Hey everyone, welcome to day 5 of daily videos while I'm at the cruise. Now, today's going to be a very interesting video because I haven't done this for a while, but since there are some other movies coming out real soon throughout 2022, and it's been a while since I did one since my Lightyear review, and I thought, what if I just did another movie review while before I went off to the cruise. So I did, and I couldn't figure out which one, but since I did The Incredibles, I decided to do Incredibles 2. Yep. This was a movie I was super excited to watch, and I felt like I should have done this around 2018 because one, I started off my videos in 2018, and two, I was really excited for it though, but the problem was I couldn't figure out what should I do for my next plans for my videos before 2019, so that's why it's kind of a late review. So anyway, before I continue off, here's some few things. If you haven't seen The Incredibles 2, then what's wrong with you? Every movie, well, great movie, has a sequel, and you almost missed it. Is that something wrong with that? But anyway, if you haven't seen it yet, though, then go ahead and check it out first before watching this video. And then when you're done, go ahead and unpause me and go on ahead and check it out. Or if you're one of those guys who are into some spoilers, I don't really mind, so go on ahead. This is my little button thing for the camera. Anyway, it actually takes off from the ending of Incredibles, where the Underminer, the recurring villain that appeared in the final scene of the movie, came out and was plotting out to drill down, which was actually another reason why Tony Violet stayed for the movies. He's where he saw his mask, or without the mask, but he kind of freaked out and just ran off, which lead out to Dicker erasing his memory. Well, a lot actually. I'll get to there soon. Anyway, the Incredibles were holding off against the drill, which the Underminer escaped, but the drill was going out of crazy. However, they stopped it though, but instead of the people of Metroville thanking them, they were hating them, because so much destruction and superheroes were still illegal. And because of that, the program for the superhero relocation has been shut down. And as such, Helen decided just put it away. After dinner, Bob and Helen were trying to plan out what their next plans are. Either they find a new job and want to raise the kids. However, their old friend Lucius just came in, who has them someone who wants to see them. It was Winston Dever, the owner, along with his sister of DevTech, and one of the family members who was connected with superheroes, because his father was the one who did everything like building statues, making phones for them. However, he was had the superheroes went out hiding, and he was killed. So with that, he wants to bring them back. So he wanted to hire the 3 original superheroes to bring them back in the spotlight. And of course, he chose Elastigirl because he says that Mr. Incredible was messy and might make it get messier. And he's kind of right though. He did it. I don't really know, but anyway, back to the movie review. Helen wasn't really sure if she would take the job, but Bob convinced him, and he decided that since he couldn't do any superhero work, he decided to take Helen's job to raise the kids. It was kind of a challenge because of there are some few things that Dad could do. Sorry. So at that, she did agree on helping the superheroes get back on the spotlight. And here's one thing: if they saw what happened with the superheroes in action instead of the destruction they did, he They got little cameras on each of their suits, so that's when Elastigirl got this new suit by Alexander Galbaki instead of Edna, and a new Elasticycle. She even stated that she had a mohawk one time, but anyway, off with her first mission. It was to stake out for any police scanners for any threats or robberies, sort of like in Incredibles when Bob and Lucius were staking out looking for any crimes in police scanners. But there was one. And there was a possible threat for the new opening of the hover train, and it was right. Instead of the train going forward, it was going backwards out of crazy, so she stopped it, but has found a secret message from an enemy, the Screenslaver. Which lead up to an interview about the runaway train, which turns out to be a hoax for the Screenslaver that he was hypnotizing everyone and was about to threaten the ambassador, which Elastigirl managed to save just in time, and the ambassador was saved. Now let's focus on Bob's part of The Incredibles 2. It was kind of easy trying to be the house dad for a bit, but there were a lot of things. First, Dash was having trouble with his homework. Violet was angry because of his Dicker wiped off Tony's mind. And most importantly, he discovered that Jack Jack has powers while fighting off against a raccoon. It was funny at first, but later in the film, Bob tried to fix everything with Violet and Tony by taking her to this restaurant, but she didn't expect that Tony was working in there. Back to Helen's side for now. As Elastigirl was trying to figure out how to catch the Screenslaver because he's still out there, and she needs a plan though. But before she does, she meets these group of outcast superheroes who has been hiding and giving them their own names. After a small party, Elastigirl came up with this idea to track down the Screenslaver by tracking down the radio waves. And it will work perfectly. Now, right before we get to the part about tracking down Screenslaver, let's check this part in Bob's side. He found out his old car, the Incredibile, was bought by a rich guy. He was trying to steal it back, but it wouldn't be much time because of Helen was out trying to finish up the mission. So with that, he also wanted to try to stay focused on being a good dad, but it wasn't working out so well because as soon as the kids discovered that Jack Jack has powers and why he didn't tell Mom, he kind of flipped out because he's formulating and trying his best to keep under control, but it turns out it's not. So once he showed Jack's powers to Lucius, he needed some of his time by himself. So all he did was he dropped off Jack for a little study. And this is my favorite part of this movie. That Bob apologized to Violet for telling Dicker about Tony, and he didn't know that he would write all of his memories about Violet, and he wanted to be a good dad, and Violet said, "You're super." I really like that scene. Back to Helen now. So, after a fake interview about the runaway train and the rescue of the ambassador, she was on stakeout for finding the Screenslaver's signals, and it was working out perfectly. Elastigirl tracked down the radio waves and found a small motel with the room about hypnotizing, and Screenslaver's power is to control people by doing scream. I'm kidding. While she was trying to look down further, Screenslaver attacked. However, it was an easy fight because celebrating the defeat of the Screenslaver, she knows that they had a small camera in the Screenslaver, and she was wondering how. And it turns out the Screenslaver was actually a pizza delivery guy who was controlled and was arrested. However, as she was about to figure out what was going to happen, she got betrayed by Evelyn by putting the goggles that the screenslaver had on her. It turns out that Evelyn wants to keep the superheroes at bay and make them illegal forever because she thinks that superheroes makes the normal citizens weak and they were all dependent on them. So that way, she wants to make sure that doesn't happen again. Now, 17 hours later, Bob was awake and felt like a new person again. And once he picked up Jack Jack with the new suit along with the scanner, thanks to Edna. Jack Jack was a little bit trained with his powers, but since he's still a baby, he's still learning a lot about his powers. But anyway, thanks to the device of it, they were managed to track down Jack Jack with the suit. However, though, Bob found out that Helen was in trouble, so he called Lucius to watch over the kids while he went out to find Helen. Violet knew that something was going on, so she renounced her renunciation and decided to put on the suit along with Dash and Jack Jack to investigate about the missing parrot and situation. However, the outcasts of the superheroes have been hypnotized and sent out to get them. However, Lucius came in to get them, but he was also the target. So, Dash sent out one of his secret weapons, the Incredibile, which arrived just in time. However, Lucius as Frozone got captured and been hypnotized with the goggles. Well, after that, they went out to try to hide, while Mr. Incredible did found Elastigirl, but he's been hypnotized too. So, it's the kids' turn to shine. As they were trying to follow this boat, which is also a way to make sure that superheroes were legal again by being signed by every ambassadors of the world, but Violet asked Dad to watch after Jack Jack while she looks for her parents. However, Violet was encountered by the mesmerized Void, but boy, she kicked her butt. Anyway, Jack Jack escaped from Dash's kick here, and the kids were trying to follow Jack Jack, and he was acting weird. Here, he was a little bit cranky, and they tried to give him a cookie, but it turns out he doesn't really want a cookie. He really wants his mama. And luckily enough, Jack Jack escaped her from the mesmerizing goggles, and Elastigirl managed to break out Frozone and Mr. Incredible as well, which lead off to the final fight between the Incredibles plus Frozone and the mesmerized superheroes. However, Evelyn triggered the boat thanks to the hypnotized Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible, and Frozone, but she was attempting to escape. However, Elastigirl, with a little help from Void, managed to catch her in time. In other words, the Incredibles managed to turn the boat around, and Frozone managed to make it a softer landing, so that way the boat won't crash into the city. And Evelyn was arrested, and a few words later, with one word, the superhero legal status has been restored. And so, after that, the Parr family were almost there to the date where Violet was about to take Tony. However, once a robbery or a car chase came in, the Incredibles spring into action as the superheroes are back again. And that's it. Unless if they do an Incredibles 3. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my daily videos, day 5. Only 2 more days until the cruise, so in the meantime, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.